Is it autism or is it ADHD? Or could it be both? Humans, welcome to AuDHD Bites Decoded. In today's episode, we're unpacking what AuDHD means, not just as a label, but as a lived experience. What do we mean when we say AuDHD? AuDHD is a term that describes people such as myself who have both autism and ADHD. It's important to note, though, that AuDHD isn't just the dual diagnosis of autism and ADHD sitting side by side. It's actually an intersection. The traits of autism and ADHD blend and influence each other, creating something unique that doesn't look exactly like either condition on its own. For example, the hyperfocus of ADHD might combine with the deep pattern recognition of autism, creating intense bursts of creativity or deep dives into niche interests. But it can also mean our sensory overwhelm hits harder, our burnouts last longer, and our executive function challenges come with an extra layer of complexity. The lived experience of AuDHD. Living with an AuDHD brain often feels like having one foot on the accelerator and the other on the brake, driven and curious, but easily exhausted. We can crave novelty, yet cling to routine, speak passionately, yet freeze when it's our turn, and feel emotions that are both too much and not enough. It can be very confusing to move through a world that expects consistency, when your brain often runs on contradiction. Sadly, as a result, many of us grow up internalizing that confusion as a personal failure. For many of us, however, finding a language for these experiences is the moment things begin to change. And that, my human friends, is one of the reasons why I made this channel. Every episode here in the growing AuDHD Bites library explores a different part of the AuDHD experience. Things like burnout, overwhelm, hyperfocus, rejection sensitivity, emotional regulation, and the strange contradictions that come from living at the intersection of ADHD and autism. Because when we put words to what we experience, self-blame transforms into self-compassion. Why understanding AuDHD matters. Understanding AuDHD matters because it gives us a language, and with language, we gain clarity and self-compassion. When we can name what's happening, we stop fighting ghosts. We stop calling ourselves lazy, dramatic, or broken, and start seeing the real mechanisms underneath. It's not about adding another label. It's about finding words that reflect reality, and responding to that reality with understanding instead of judgment. How to put understanding into practice. Start by noticing your patterns without judgment. You might see that what looks like inconsistency is actually your brain balancing competing needs. Needs such as stimulation and stability, or connection and recovery. Give yourself permission to design your life around your wiring and not against it. Use the language of AuDHD as a toolbox of useful phrases, expressions, and concepts that can be selected from and used to help you understand yourself, express your needs, and advocate for yourself. AuDHD isn't something to fix, it's something to understand. And every time we put words to an experience, we make the world a little kinder for the next person trying to do the same. And I know firsthand that this is true. Because when I was struggling to find words, it was the content creator community members like How to ADHD, Rach Does YouTube, AuDHD Hub, I'm Autistic Now What, and the busy bee Hayley Honeyman that made my world a much kinder place. Now don't get me wrong, I'm nowhere near their league. I'm just a gothic oddball with a phone camera and a green screen. But it's my sincere hope that the library I'm building here on AuDHD Bites will contribute to the chorus of understanding, self-compassion, and most importantly strategies that exist out there for people with ADHD, autism, and AuDHD. So, my human friends, if you've enjoyed this video, I invite you to check out my channel, and whenever you watch a video, please drop a bat emoji in the comment section so that I know who I'm talking to. Until next time, bye humans!